Oh my, what have I just watched? My emotions in that game. Zoop, 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 zoop. Like, oh, I wrote so many notes for this game. I was writing notes all throughout the game, and you know what? Extra time, I just closed the laptop and I said, "This isn't a game for notes. This isn't a game for PowerPoints. This is a game based off emotion." Manchester United. 20 minutes ago, I absolutely hated you. Now I love you. Harry Maguire, Lenny Yoro, Bruno Fernandes. That is football. 2-0 up, cruising. Should have made it 3-0 up, should have made it 4-0 up. Garnacho had a big opportunity miss. And Lyon get back into the game. 2-2. I think we were the better team. We should have won that game in 90 minutes. We'd have thrown it away. Lyon have 10 men. We concede a silly goal, Cherky brilliance, and then a silly penalty. It's 4-2 with 7 minutes to go on. I have lost my head. I am ranting on Twitter. Tweets deleted. We got nobody on the bench. We have 8 minutes left, but I knew there was going to be 5 minutes of stoppages because of the time wasting from Lyon. Also, when Maguire's shirt was pulled, that was a penalty. Let's be honest, that was a penalty. I was losing my mind. I was like, Ineos, disgrace, biggest game of the season, and we're having to play Maguire and Mainoo up top because we have nobody. Maguire and Mainoo are better strikers than Hoyland right now. I'm not going to lie. That Mainoo goal, the game was mad, so we won't do that Mainoo goal, but that Mainoo goal was unbelievable. He did so well there. Fantastic goal from Kobbie Mainoo, but Maguire's just proven to be 80 million. 7-8 minutes to go. Bruno penalty, Maguire, Mainoo goal, Maguire goal. 7-8 minutes to go. We have no attacker on the pitch. Our front three is Mainoo, Maguire, Eriksson. I am thinking this is awful. This is atrocious. And we've gone and won that game. Do you know what that was? That was heart. That was fight. That was spirit. That is the prime example of it's never over till it's over. That gave me that PSG feeling when Marcus Rashford put in that penalty. And you know what? We deserved that. I felt that, we bottled it and Lyon would have deserved to go through in the way that we bottled it 4-2 at that point in time. But I felt that we deserved that game in 90 minutes. I felt that we were the better team. And I felt that the players gave everything today. They know this is all we got to play for this season. They know that they are Europa League favourites. And look, I thought Lenny Yoro was incredible today. I think he could have done better for one of the goals, but mistakes in young players. I thought he was incredible today. I thought Harry Maguire, I actually think he could have done better defensively at points today, but phenomenal. He's our best striker. Bruno Fernandes was everywhere, and I said Bruno deserves better than this. I was literally thinking when we're 4-2 down, Bruno doesn't deserve this. Bruno deserves to be in the Champions League, to go out in that manner. Lyon are a good side, and I think had you gone out to Lyon, in a tight manner, but to go out to a 10-man Lyon when we've been 2-0 up at home, it would have been one of the worst ways to go out. It would have been one of the worst ways to go out. And we've just won it in probably one of the best and the most ecstatic ways. I'm like sitting here deleting my tweets saying, I hate Man United. Screw Man United. I love Man United. I was worried with the subs, but when the players really give a crap, when they give everything, when they've got nothing to lose, they can produce moments like that. And sometimes this season, it's like, why do I support this stupid club? Why do I follow this stupid club? It's been like that so much this season. But I think moments like today, even when we're 14th in the league, even when we're in this bad, just reminds us we love this club. This is why we support this club. It was moments today. And you know what? It's really hard to dissect the game because I'm still just in that pure emotion and everything. But look, I just love the effort from the players today, how they did not give up. Everything today, the fight. I thought Dello had one of his best games this season. He was incredible fighting to the end. We had very little options on the bench, and I was frustrated with how we started extra time. We started extra time quite slow. Lyon had 10 men, and the first 15 minutes of extra time, we had a lot of the ball, and we never looked like scoring. I did not think we were going to turn that around. And I'm one of the most positive believer Man United fans, as you know. But we were moving the ball so slowly. We never looked like scoring the first 15, 20 minutes of extra time. And I felt like that penalty just put some belief back in us. I thought we should have got a second penalty, as I said. And then the Mainoo goal was fantastic. And I said, Mainoo, don't celebrate. I don't care. I don't want penalties. I think we can win this. I think the momentum's with us. Lyon had taken Cherky off. And do you know what? Lyon were 4-2 up. Cherky goes down, fakes an injury. Lyon, I thought they'd won it. They throw on the defenders. They take their best players off. And they just park the bus. And I felt that they were going to waste time. And I felt that goal got the crowd going. It lifted momentum. And it was insane. And I want to break through my notes that I actually wrote down that I wanted to cover in today's video. But the emotion, I'm going to look at all the comments in today's video. I'm actually so intrigued to know you guys' thoughts on the game. I feel like I'm going to have to discuss this properly in my live show tomorrow. I just can't digest this. But it's only Man United that can go 2-0 up, 4-2 down against 10 men and have 8 minutes left and win 5-4 with a centre-back up front. It's only Manchester United. Only we can do that. Like, who wrote the script for this game? You know, Man United are the first team in history to score 2 goals in the 120th minute of a major European competition, amorim time. This, you know, for me, and I know this has been one of our worst seasons, but I think this is one of the best games of football I've seen as a Man United fan in my lifetime. And this is in our worst period. You just, even when you're good and you're winning the leagues and everything, I think coming back in a game like that, when we put every bit of emotion into this Europa League. This Europa League was everything for me. This Europa League is everything for our season. You'd never seen me scream like this. You'd never seen me scream and run around my living room. If I'd have done a watch along, I'd have gone mental. I haven't felt that emotional in a while. You know, a Man United Tottenham final is what I want to see. I think it's Bilbao in the semi. I didn't even have time to check. But in 7 minutes, we score 3 goals. Like, I'm going to show you this, guys. But I actually want to talk about players and individuals. I apologize if this isn't the most reactionary, not most analysis-based reaction. I just let it sink in, enjoy that. That is mental. That is absolutely mental. But who are my notes? I thought Bruno was everywhere. I thought Bruno was unbelievable. I thought Bruno was fantastic. I thought Ugarte was putting in a shift before he came off. I thought the first goal we scored was amorim ball. The football we played in that first half, the deserved 2-0 lead, that was proper amorim ball. The goal we scored, it was a fantastic goal. The work that Garnacho did there, the ball from Maguire to Bruno, the Garnacho work, the Ugarte finish, that was amorim ball. That was a fantastic goal. Bruno almost scored this incredible volley, and Delo takes a really good finish to make it 2-0 up. We then could see 2 goals. From the first goal, I don't even know why it was a free kick. Soft. Second goal, we could have done better. I don't think Dorgu had his best game. I'm going to be completely honest. I thought Dorgu was poor today. I thought defensively we were a mess at times under the press, but I actually thought the defenders generally had good games, like Lyon on the ball, the drives, the ball carryings, but we were vulnerable there at the back. Garnacho was so lethal today, the dribbles, the runs, but it just gets to the final third. He could have played it to Højlund for one of his shots, which he wasted, and the other shot he should have probably scored and buried it. And I think that's why I was so frustrated that we'd made it 2-2 and gone to extra time, because we did enough to be 3-4 up within 60 minutes of the game. You know, and Cherky with that brilliance, and he thinks he's won it for Lyon, and they get that penalty, and I'm losing my mind, but they never gave up. To the fans that left Old Trafford, man, you're crazy. This is our most important game of the season. If this is a Wolves game in the Premier League with 14th, fair enough. But when it's your most important game of the season, you do not leave. You do not leave. Bruno was everywhere. Bruno, the runs in behind, almost scored the volley. He was dropping deep, recycling the ball. He was putting in shift defensively. Bruno was everywhere. And Bruno Fernandes looked like a player that should not be playing in the Europa League today. I looked at Bruno Fernandes and I said, he should not be playing in the Europa League today. He's too good for that competition. He deserves to be in the Champions League. Athletic Bilbao is going to be a tough test, but they got dismantled by Olis Besiktas. They are not that good this season. They've also, the good thing about Athletic Bilbao is they're in that top 4 race. They're desperate to get 4th in the Liga, so they can't even rest players at the weekend because those games are important, which should make us more fresh. But look, we scored 5 goals today. We don't score at all this season. And, you know, it's disappointing to not have Xerxes. It's disappointing to not have Ahmad. Ahmad could be back for the second leg of the semi-final, but we've got to be careful not to rush him back. But I actually thought the way we set up in that first sort of 60, 70 minutes was so organised. We're playing good football. We're playing the ball well. You know, Maguire had a good game. Delo, as I said, one of his best games for the United. I thought Garnacho was very lethal. But we lost control of the game. And I was frustrated that Ruben Amorim didn't make his subs earlier. But I thought Mainoo came on and he brought that control. We held the ball. You know, Mainoo playing a striker, but he did his job today. You know, and he's got a lot of stick lately, but I don't think people have realised he's just been really badly injured, and he's a 19-year-old kid. Like, fantastic from Kobbie today. The only player I was really disappointed today with was Dorgu. I was disappointed with him, but he's young, take time. I thought Amas was all right when he came on. I was frustrated that Morehouse didn't come on. I think with his ball carrying, he could have suited the game. I just worried what Ericsson would offer there. But look, it was just fantastic. It was just absolutely fantastic from Manchester United today. I can't believe how my emotions changed throughout that game. You know, Lenny Yoro was excellent. Bruno Fernandes was everywhere. I mean, who got the goals and the assists? So we actually check. There were so many goals. Like, we scored 5 goals. We scored 5 goals in a game, and we scored 3 goals in 7 minutes. Like, we scored 3 goals in 7 minutes, and we don't get goals this season. And this is why football is worth watching. You know, Casemiro got man of the match today, I think, according to SofaScore. I mean, Casemiro was really good. Casemiro got 2 assists. Bruno got a goal. Garnacho got an assist. Ugarte got a goal. Delo got a goal. Maguire got a goal and an assist today. Fair play to Harry Maguire. Who put in the ball for the Maguire chance? Was that Mainoo got a goal? Who put in the ball for the Maguire chance? I can't even remember. But yeah, fantastic today. And look, I'm going to talk about this more analysis-wise in my video tomorrow. But enjoy this. you know, the semi-finals on, and I think it could be Tottenham in the final. It'll be Tottenham or Bodo Glimt in the final. 2 teams we should beat, even though we lost 3 times to Tottenham this season. Let's go win this Europa League.